shores are rolling. Grab a quilt from a bed, don't walk its first. Get the mail from the dark. Make sure it's right. Bring one of mama's homemade pie.
Careful.
Shade tree picking. Shade tree picking. Is there any other child nowhere to go? Everybody's on time. Hotter than a dog, but I sure feel fine.
Do something with him.
Shade tree picking in the summertime. Over the house, come on, John, got a gift. It's up to the jaw with the strawberry jam. Oh, baby, why don't you just not stay?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Oh, I'll let you know in a minute.
I looked around there. Yeah, there's picture taking going on here.
How are y'all doing?
That's a nice,
Y'all come down to eat?
that's a nice one, maybe.
Too early to tell.
Now, how old is this one?
This guy right here is about 4 years old. They tend to grow about a foot a year for the first 7 or 8 years, and then after that, they slow down considerably depending on their diet.
Yeah, depending on how much heavy food.
Yeah, that's about an inch a year after that. This guy here is a little ornery. I think it's because of his medulla oblongata.
Okay. Boy, they sure got a white mouth.
They got a whole lot of teeth in their mouth, that's for sure. They actually,
He's acting white, you know.
they actually got
Yeah.
80 teeth in their mouth. There's 40 on top, 40 on the bottom. They're born with 80, they'll die with 80, and all throughout the course of their life, they'll maintain 80 teeth in their mouth. You know, like how sharks have rows of teeth. These guys have layers of teeth, and as one falls out, another one pops up right back through. Now, let's see if I can get him to open up and show you his mouth here. There you go.
Wow.
See that flap in the back of his throat there? It closes off his throat. That's so he can take his prey down and drown it. Maybe shove it up underneath a rock ledge or something, keep it drowned. And he actually can seal off his whole entire head for a watertight. You know, he seals up the nostrils here. This one's the meanest one we got here. Yes. You like to practice with the mean ones, you know.
Nobody's nicking at your
This guy can seal up his nostrils. Right behind his eyeball here, there's a little slit there. That's his ear. He can actually seal up his ear. He seals up the back of his throat there, as you can see. He's got 3 eyelids. He's got 3 eyelids. He's got one that comes from the top, one that comes from the bottom. Those meet in the middle, and then he's got a clear membrane that goes front to back. And that clear membrane there acts as goggles while he's underwater. He could actually he could actually see underwater with those goggles. That third membrane. He has the ability to recess his eyeball into his skull. So as the water passes by his eye, if something falls into the water off in the distance there, he actually feels he hears vibration in the water. You know, that's what steers him to his food, his next meal. So as it pops into the water, he can hear the vibration, and as he goes towards that, if he has to go through some thick marsh, or even if that bird that fell into the water has claws or talons or something like that, starts clawing at his eyes, he has the ability to recess his eyeball into his skull. And I'll show you. They'll recess the eyeball into his skull until it feels that the threat is gone.
I don't see very good. Sometimes
Can you see that clear membrane? Will pop up. It looks like an alien. You see that?
gosh.
Yeah, that acts as goggles while he's underwater.
Nature took care of the alligators.
And a self-defense mechanism is for him to be able to recess that eyeball into his skull.
Is Shelly in the kitchen tonight?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Find out.
Now along the ridge of his back here, that's about 100 little bony plates. That's 100 little bony plates. It's called an osteoderm. And that osteoderm acts as it's almost like a solar panel. Now, have you ever seen them basking out in the sun on the side of the road or a golf course berm or something like that? They bask out in the sun, and they'll absorb all the heat from the sun because they're cold-blooded animals, you know. And then if it's cold outside, then their body's cold and they can't digest food or anything like that. Now, as the sun goes down and it gets cooler out, they'll actually take the heat that they've absorbed into their osteoderm and distribute that to the rest of their body. And that's how they maintain their body heat. Now, these guys aren't susceptible to infection. They actually have a chemical in their blood that fights bacteria. So they're actually currently doing studies in the medical field to where they'll take a crocodilian's blood and they'll take out that chemical from their blood that fights bacteria, and they'll incorporate that with human infection, human disease. And they published the study about 2 months ago. They haven't published the results of the study yet, so I'm anxious to see what happens with that. You know, but these guys are apex predators. You know, they're a major part of our ecosystem. You know, so.
What is their favorite temperature? Do they care? They just get something where they're comfortable?
Temperature, you said?
Yeah.
Well, the more heat they have in the body, the more active they are. If they, obviously they need a minimal amount of heat to be able to digest their food and have enough energy to go hunting at night. But they're perfectly happy with the hotter it is.
Well, we got to talk to Shelly and see what we need to do tomorrow night, whether she's got everything full or.
What are y'all doing for tomorrow night? All right. Well, look forward to seeing y'all. All right, have a great night.
Do something with him. It's videotaping right now.
I'm waiting to see him close his mouth.
I'm waiting
Once
to
he
see you
closes
get
his mouth,
bed.
I'll release him.
Waiting to see you get bed.
Don't say that.
Knock on wood. He needs at least 2 of the fingers. Trigger finger and a foot.
Let's try 2 together.
I hear hissing. It's all videotaping right now.
You know what's horrible is when you say on the videotape that it's videotaping.
What? It's videotaping. Still closing the mouth. How would he close it? Hold him there. Under the water. No.
He burped. Is he?
Yeah, it's closed, but pull him back up before you let him go. And he's open. Get out of the water. How do you feel? Look into the camera, Dad. Tell us how you feel.
I got all.